Why can't he add the music to our ears so we can hear it?
Welcome to another episode of Searching for McGuffin with your host, George.
Gabe
And Link.
Gisella.
That's right. Gisella's here once again. Our highest rated episode of this season.
Was it a war one?
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You don't pay attention when we do the analytic dump meetings, do you?
We haven't had one.
Link doesn't pay attention when he's not on the episode.
Oh, that's what it is. He hasn't even listened to that one.
Link doesn't pay attention at all.
Well, we're here and we're going to get right into it because we have 45 minutes and 173 Oscar
You want to do this in
awards.
45 minutes?
No, that's a joke.
Oh, I was
yeah,
about to say.
yeah. I think if we get to an hour, we're gonna be lucky. But let's
No,
write
please.
it
Actually,
down.
let's challenge yourselves. 45 minutes. Go.
45 minutes.
You wanna introduce the episode?
No, because no, we go 45 minutes, and then if we don't reach 45 minutes, we do what the Oscar does when
and we go 2 hours over.
No, when you
play the
expect the
music?
speech, we should play the music, and we're done.
They still go like 2 hours over even while doing that.
Wherever we go. Okay. Today's episode, as you can tell, is the Oscars.
How can they tell? Because we're wearing ties and tuxedos. I don't know. Was that what this is? I don't.
She's
you
wearing,
like
she's wearing a tux. That's
Diane
actually a
Keaton?
nice shirt.
Yeah.
Is this silk?
Don't touch it. Oh, that shirt. I thought you were gonna.
Can't
one on
fancy.
top.
You guys stole me with an
Oh,
It's a nice shirt.
Well then.
Anyways.
you were touching the zone of interest.
Okay. Nominated for Best Picture and multiple awards.
Okay, starting off our list, we're just gonna get right into it, right?
Hit it.
All right, actors. We're gonna start off with actor in a leading role. Nominees include Bradley Cooper, Coleman Domingo, Paul Giamatti, Cillian Murphy, and Jeffrey Wright. Should I say the names of the movies?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, fine. Bradley Cooper in Maestro, Coleman Domingo in Rustin, Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers, Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer, and Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction.
Hey, you would do good at presenting an award at the Oscars.
I believe so.
If I have to ask the question afterwards, is this how I should present?
Yeah, oh, maybe, well, now you would do good because you would know the answer to that question. All right, Bradley Cooper and Maestro. And we can focus on really quickly their performances because, oh no, Maestro? Oh yeah, it's nominated for Best Picture. So we're going to talk about Maestro later.
Correct.
So let's just focus real innately on the performances. How was Bradley Cooper and Maestro?
I thought he was fantastic. I
Do you-
thought he was.
yeah.
I thought he was strong. I'm not. I'm familiar with Leonard Bernstein's work, just not the man Leonard Bernstein. So
Yeah.
and I think, I mean, we'll get to the part in the movie, I guess, but one of the things that stands out to me is the scene where he's conducting.
I
think
that's
that scene is just like that's something that's gonna stick with me for a very long time.
that's the clip they're going to show, right? When they
Yeah,
present
sure.
them for the nomination.
I mean, I saw that clip like on many meme pages, just the different facial expressions and you know how animated he is while he's presenting. But he also had some other like more subtle moments, I think,
Yeah.
in the performance. Where I think where he has a conversation with another character, and I think he did a great job. I think he did fantastic, and you know, what do you think
on Maestro specifically?
on his performance?
Yeah, I think he got lost in the role. Or at that point in the concert, I'm like looking to see that if it still is Bradley Cooper,
Mhm.
because that's how much he embodied, you know, Leonard Bernstein. With the little that I'm aware of it, I think he knocked it out of the park. Link, you haven't seen Maestro?
I think he did a fantastic job.
No.
as
That's this.
okay.
Okay.
As a straight man of the group,
Okay.
because everyone was just looking for that man in Vegas, but he did the good job.
All right.
What?
Any other thoughts?
I think we
on-
should preface all the categories by saying, Link, did you watch any of these?
Yeah.
Did you watch any of them? besides
Okay. Have you
Oppenheimer?
seen Maestro, Rustin, The Holdovers, or American Fiction?
I believe Paul Giamatti did an excellent job looking as like a blue man in The Holdovers.
He's talking about Big Fat Liar.
Okay. And all right. So, any thoughts on Maestro?
No, I mean, Cooper did great. Like you guys said, he really like became the character, and he was great.
Well, if you're like Link and you haven't seen it, it's available on Netflix, as is the next nominee, which is Coleman Domingo, for Rustin. What did you guys think of Rustin?
I think the movie was okay. I mean, it was quick. It was just very like, it was like, ¿cómo se llama?
it was like a nice companion piece. I think a different perspective to the film Selma.
Selma.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Yeah, so I like that. We can talk a little bit about it because it's not nominated anywhere else. Coleman Domingo is the standout here, right?
I think it was cool that they made a movie where Martin Luther King Jr. was not
The main
focus,
character.
Yeah.
right, in such a like, defining moment in history. Like there were so many other people behind the scenes, and it was cool to see like everything that happened and the role that Rustin played in getting everything together, and even the idea itself. I think he did really well. I don't know if I would say that he was the best out of
Yeah.
all the categories, but he was out of all the people nominated, but he was definitely was a beautiful performance.
Paul Giamatti and The Holdovers. I loved this movie.
Mhm.
It's available to stream on Peacock if anyone needs to see it, and I would recommend watching it.
This movie's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad I missed it in the theaters, but then it wasn't in premium format, so same difference for me. But this Paul Giamatti carries this movie. This is a really good narrative. And when I asked somebody about this movie, they told me it was a sad story. I didn't think so. I
Why
felt
was it sad?
It's a sad story because he's a sad man. He's a big fat liar.
well that is
Why
true
is he a liar?
because he started in the movie Big Fat Liar. He's gonna keep on with
Oh.
This is gonna go for another
this.
38
he's
minutes.
really gonna try to hijack
I
the episode now,
understand. Okay.
even though we
Yes.
begged him not to.
I don't know. I don't watch any.
I love this movie too, and I think Paul Giamatti did great. And it's like a small film. It doesn't feel like
It's intimate.
yeah, it's not like the other films are about like these great people or like important times in history.
He's a nobody.
But right, the story is just about teacher and
And we
Did
are
you watch
nobodies.
this?
Yes.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yes, but
yeah,
you
he
know.
said he loved it earlier.
Yes.
Said
The
that it was
ni-
great.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
know. I don't
I don't
the
know what to
lines
believe.
are blurred between
Yeah,
what's
because
true
of
and what's
the
not.
the dumb count voice,
Also,
right?
I
Yeah.
feel like everybody in the movie was great. Like
I
loved
thought
everybody.
Dominic
The Coco.
I don't know what his last name is, but the one who plays the student,
Yeah.
I thought he did a very
yeah,
good
yeah.
job.
As someone who has done that, been worked as a leftover.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
This
A
movie,
holdover?
yes, this movie is very boring because that's what happens in holdovers. It's bored. There's nothing to do.
Except
Oh,
go to
that's
Boston.
right.
Yeah, you-
because he
Link
was a
literally
dean,
did this job,
Right,
yeah.
he
Yeah.
did this job for a
So
few
it did a
years.
good job doing that. I enjoyed it.
Oh, so you related?
Yes.
Oh, did you ever took a fault for?
Is that how you ended up on this show?
That's how I lost my job.
Sorry,
You're really gonna do this for an hour?
but we should make a movie about
Every
Nah,
scene is
nah,
a
we did.
different accent.
it. Not with the accent. No, I don't
No,
think.
yeah. Nobody likes the accent.
That's not what one of our fans said.
Yeah, well.
I like the other one, not this one.
Hey, I did not choose.
Oppenheimer. You saw this one, Link. Why don't you kick us off at Oppenheimer?
Explosions everywhere.
It's
That-
just
that
one
did it.
explosion.
That explosion's barely even in the movie.
It's two.
There's a lot of little explosions.
Yes.
Yes, I guess.
There's the Trinity test, and then we don't see the big
Well, we see a lot
Drop.
of things
You saw
happening
little
in the universe, right? That's not
the atoms,
Particles.
the particles, right? All the practical effects, right? No computer
Mhm.
used. That was excellent. But we're not here to talk about the film. We
It's all
will.
real nukes.
Cillian Murphy. He's the standout for me.
I think he's gonna win it.
And I think Link has insights in regards to who wins like all the other awards leading up to the Oscars. He's kind of our inside man with the BAFTAs and the SAG awards. How's Murphy doing?
He's gonna win.
I have not kept up.
Oh, okay.
He won. He won all of
the
it.
SAG Award,
He won the rest
right?
of them. So
If
Yeah.
he won the SAG, he wins.
So is that well?
I mean, he was great.
I think it's a lock.
I think he was fantastic.
Okay, well, he's my pick. I think he's
I
the
think
best
he's my
one here.
pick,
He's
too.
in the best film out of these bunch, and I think this is a real tour de force for him.
Like when I first watched Bradley Cooper in The Maestro, I was like, "Oh, Cooper."
Yeah,
But then now that I have time to reflect on it and sleep on it, Cillian Murphy performance is still kind of like sticks with you even now.
Yeah.
Like, it's been months since
I think
Gosh.
the
movie.
performance is definitely iconic. But I also think reading the book
That's
and
true.
the more that you know about the actual character and how
Mhm.
he was able to embody that,
Embody, absolutely.
Mm.
I think definitely adds to that performance, and I think he should win it.
Yeah. So Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer, also on Peacock, but Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction. I think in another year, he'd be my pick.
I know.
As much as I love Giamatti and Holdovers, I think Jeffrey Wright might be my second favorite
You
performance.
know, like I've seen him so many times in so many movies, shows, right?
Yeah.
And when I saw him in American Fiction, he was so good.
As a leading man, right?
Yes, as a
'Cause-
leading man.
No.
You
he
should watch
was,
it. It's fun.
and
Yeah, you should
will
watch
like
this. You
this
would
movie,
love
like,
you would
this is
love
right up
this
your
movie.
alley.
No one tell me what I like.
It's a bunch of inappropriate
no.
comments all over.
It's-
the
Oh
movie.
yes.
Now can we tell you?
No one tell me.
No, but I actually loved this movie.
I thought it was challenging.
Yeah, it was really good. You
think
haven't
it-
seen it, go watch it.
I think it
You
was the
would
most I've
anyway.
laughed in the theater since.
Yes.
In
in a long time, right?
Since Bradley
Nacho
Cooper,
Libre.
What's that Ryan Gosling
Bradley
movie?
Cooper
And
in
Emma Stone.
Barbie.
That's not La La
Barbie.
Land.
La La
Crazy
Land?
Stupid Love.
Crazy Stupid Love.
Oh yes.
Yeah. That's
As far as like, you know, a movie taking you by surprise, because I didn't really know what to expect with America. I
Right.
didn't really know what it was
Right.
about. And I was, you know, surprised, but like I laughed my butt off. It was fantastic. I think he did a great job.
Yep.
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 I still think, you know, I think second in this category is either Cooper or Giamatti for me. But you're right. I am happy for Jeffrey Wright. I'm happy that he got the nod.
Yeah.
Because he's been, you know, putting in good work for years.
Yeah. So for me, I pick Wright over Cooper because I'm just wired this way. I think Cooper carries all of Maestro on his back. And for some reason, I gravitate to performances that are in a stronger film, if that makes any sense. This is
Makes
real,
sense.
like a highlight performance for Jeffrey Wright, and it's more subtle. And I don't know. That would be my second pick. But I think we all agree our pick is Cillian Murphy
Yep.
Mm,
Only
or
for me.
Paul
Or
Giamatti.
Giamatti.
yeah, Paul Giamatti. Really?
I'd say
No, this is my
I mean,
Giamatti
that's-
voice.
I think that's the only.
Okay.
Those two are the only ones he's seen.
Okay.
What do you
Yeah.
mean? Oh,
For me,
yeah.
it's Cillian Murphy.
All right, Cillian Murphy for me. All right. Actor in a supporting role.
Mm.
Sterling Kim Brown, American Fiction.
Mm.
Should we just go one by one and just instead of repeating them all, or
Sure.
okay? So, what did you guys think of Sterling K. Brown in American Fiction? Since we were just talking about Jeffrey Wright.
I think he's up there with Jeffrey Wright in the performance. I think he did a great job of a troubled and conflicted man in this film. That's like, it really adds to the, you know, the familial tensions I think that they had, you know,
Yeah.
in the story.
Is it weird that I don't know why he's nominated?
No,
I don't
it's
think
not
I don't
weird.
Mm-hmm.
think they could get anyone else.
Yeah, because I think he did really good, as he always does. Sterling K. Brown
No,
is
he's
great,
Yeah.
but I don't really see the amount of screen time that he had versus how
I agree.
challenging the role was. I don't really.
I guess.
The movie was
But
good.
I think he did it really good.
I guess when
Yeah.
he was on screen, like his presence was demanding, his acting was captivating.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's why. That's the reason why.
Also,
he
maybe
is
the character. It's
The character, yeah. I
Yeah,
think so.
but I also think he's few and far behind the next four candidates, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon. Link, you saw this one, right?
Yes, the moon was killed.
He almost forgot
No.
to do the accent.
Yes. No, I did not. Too long.
He started normally and he's like, "Oh wait."
Any actual insight into what do you
Look,
think De
The
Niro?
camera is like zooming in and out.
It is
It
focusing.
it stopped doing
Autofocusing.
it. Yeah, stop doing it when you.
It's autofocusing.
That's fine. Nobody actually watches. Everybody just listens, anyways.
Oh.
Do they?
Yeah, actually.
It is focusing, autofocusing.
So, Killers of the Flower Moon. What did you guys think? Robert De Niro.
I mean,
For me, he stole the movie.
De Niro's great in everything, man.
Yeah,
Like,
he was so good.
he's great in Bad Grandpa too. Like,
I've never seen Bad Grandpa.
Like,
That's real? Oh.
Like
But he's in
honestly, like the movie was about him as much as it was about Leonardo DiCaprio or what's her name,
Lily
Lily
Gladstone.
Lily Gladstone. He was awesome. As a matter of fact, I thought for a second there that he might take the Oscar, but then you have
if
Robert.
if Downey wasn't like, you know, kind of like the second biggest, like the most screen time in that 3-hour movie.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
I mean,
Oppenheimer.
Killers
Yeah.
of the Flower Moon.
He's
is
in
like
a
3
lot of
hours
mo-
too.
Yeah.
No, he's like I said, the movie's as much as it's about him.
Yeah, it's one of those leading roles that
Yeah.
it's like flip the movie around a little bit, 15 minutes, and a supporting role could be a leading role.
Right.
But I think De Niro's performance is like he's the villain, but he portrays himself as
Whoa, spoilers.
the.
Why have you not seen this movie?
You really haven't seen it?
Yeah,
No,
we just told
historically important.
All right, that's on you.
No one told me to
Um,
watch it.
to watch. Wait, who are we talking about?
Nah,
Killers
Killers
of the Flower Moon.
He hasn't seen it.
He thinks it's a movie about somebody killing.
Wait, so he
killing the
did?
moon.
He literally didn't see it.
He hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
I thought you.
I don't.
No.
I don't feel bad.
It's on Apple TV.
I'm sorry.
Mhm.
But De Niro's performance of he plays this loving benevolent character to the people in the story, and then behind the scenes he's orchestrating
The murder of everyone.
domestic terrorism.
Well, this is
Yeah.
also a historical story, and I'm almost certain, if it makes you feel any better, Link, that they will spoil this with the clips that they show at the Oscars.
Oh, no.
Like, yeah,
Well,
you'll definitely know that. But
you'll get it 10 minutes into the movie. Trust
Yeah.
me.
You can't spoil the Oscars for me if I don't watch the Oscars.
Okay. So Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer.
Hmm.
I think he's gonna win.
You think he's gonna win? Link?
I agree.
How do we feel about Ryan Gosling and Barbie?
Don't know why he was nominated.
No, I don't.
I see why he was nominated more than the next one.
Mark Ruffalo and Poor
Really?
Things?
Yeah.
Really?
Poor Things is Oscar bait. Barbie.
I don't think Poor Things is Oscar bait.
I do think Poor Things is
It's
Oscar
Oscar
bait.
bait.
Yeah.
Barbie.
Everything about that movie was just begging to be nominated for an Oscar.
There is no
Yes.
acting performance that's that important in Barbie.
Okay, I honestly agree with you, Link, because I loved Barbie and it was fun.
It's a fun movie,
but
but
Oscars,
Yeah,
that's a lot of good marketing
Bro,
hype.
Ruffalo did the same crap.
I did think that. I did think that on some level, but I feel like Sterling K. Brown also, like, at some point you're just a good actor and just acting good like you always do. Maybe I'm taking them for granted,
Well, but to be fair, I feel like Ryan has to. Well, I don't know, but he has to kind of reinvent the role of Ken. Like,
more than Barbie.
I think more than Barbie
Yes,
for
'cause
sure.
Barbie.
Yeah,
we
but I
know
mean,
what
there's
Barbie
there's
is.
a lot of things about Barbie. Like, there's movies and shows. I don't think there's that much about Ken, is it? I don't know. I know.
There is now.
Yeah, well, there is now. Yeah. So I think Ryan Gosling like kind of reinvented this character, gave it life, like a new.
George, do you remember who I said should have been nominated instead of him, instead of Mark Ruffalo?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Because there was that's on me. I should have. There was someone that I thought had a better
performance,
claim.
like
1,000%.
in any of these movies.
Not in these.
How about
but
Leonardo DiCaprio? I'm surprised he didn't get nominated.
that's
I thought
also
he
true.
was great.
Oh, he didn't get nominated.
Well, there's only so much space on top, right?
No, but I'm
Wow.
surprised that he didn't. I know that he always get nominated, but I think his performance was that good.
Well, what about the kid from The Holdovers, like you mentioned?
I would have nominated him over Mark Ruffalo.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Mark Ruffalo did, but I guess
I'm not saying he didn't. He did a great job, but I don't think that performance is like.
was as
as
captivating
an Oscar nomination.
Right?
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand.
It is.
I think her father. What was his name?
Oh, Willem Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
I thought Willem Dafoe was more
Defoe should have got.
You know what? I did
Right.
think that walking out of the movie.
right. Like I thought, man, Willem Dafoe is awesome.
Because Poor Things is one of those movies that I watched just because it was nominated. And then I ended up... So I already knew who was nominated for everything. And yeah, I
Right.
walked out and I was like, why not Dafoe here?
Right? Why not
Mm.
Dafoe?
Okay.
Downey to win that one.
This is my Defoe face
All right.
from Spider-Man.
That seems like your Dafoe face from every movie Dafoe does.
He's not. That's why he didn't get nominated.
That's... You know what? I guess you're right. That's the same thing I just said. Actress in a leading role. So we all said, right, for supporting Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
Oppenheimer sweeping so far?
RDJ.
Okay, Annette Bening in Naiad, also on Netflix. Netflix going hard on the Oscars this year.
Yeah,
What did we think about Annette Bening?
I'd have never heard this
I
movie.
think she was great.
I thought she was fantastic.
I think she was super awesome.
This is the only time that the movie's nominated, right? By
I
this
think
performance?
so.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you,
I
this
think-
movie's good. Like,
Foster as
Yeah.
well.
Who was
Oh,
Annette
that's right.
Bening?
she was Naiad.
She is. Where
Sounds familiar.
else?
Which that story is incredible in and of
I
itself.
know.
Really
I
quick,
didn't
30
even know that was even possible.
30 to 60
do.
seconds. Pitch it to Link if he doesn't know the story.
The story is about.
That's an advent. That's all I need to know.
She was an Olympic medalist, right? Or she competed in the Olympics?
I don't know. Did she?
I want to say yeah.
I want to say yeah.
Yeah,
She did
she
something
was.
of-
She wanted it to swim from Cuba to Florida in one go.
Mm.
It's like 100 miles or
That's
so.
insane.
Yes. Well, it's not
That's
humanly
90
possible.
miles, no?
Yeah, it's not. That's why they were saying like the movie, like all the challenges that she had to face. That's her.
Yes, I saw Oracle here.
Oh, okay. My bad. Anyways, so that's what the movie is, and she did it at the age of 62.
Yeah. She
Anyways,
tries it in her
Is
youth.
she Cuban?
No. Everyone asks that. You know that? I
So
mean,
why-
especially here.
Maybe
Because
Yeah.
it's like, why do you want to swim from
but
Cuba
Cubans wouldn't
to?
want to
I
go
it's just
yeah.
it's just a challenge.
I
and
think it's
she
because no
wanted
one
to see-
no one did it.
Right.
Yeah.
No one could do it, but she did it when she was like 28 or something, and she failed. She couldn't.
Right.
She didn't finish it.
Right.
This woman, how old was she? Like 60.
She
in
was
her
60 when she started.
She was like 61 or something like that when she was like, I'm gonna do this.
Yes, and then she was like 62, 63 when she actually
Yeah,
did
'cause
it.
She had multiple attempts. 'cause
Yeah.
It's insane because
It's a crazy
she's
story.
free. Like nobody can touch her while she's in the water.
Yeah.
She has to worry about sharks and jellyfish, and
Yeah.
it's honestly it's an incredible story.
It's an incredible story. It's a great.
It really is.
My goodness.
And everything that they had to do to make it happen. The training, the preparation.
I think no,
Yeah.
but I definitely think that like even just that, I think that story like that's something. I mean, for me, that stays with me like in my head, like just
I
about like
know.
mental fortitude to
Yeah.
think like
I know.
something that you couldn't
Mm.
do when you were in your 20s and you decided to do
Yeah.
at 60, like such an feat that no one has been able to accomplish.
So you're so here in the head.
I think when you finish the movie, you
Mhm.
text me.
Don't Cubans do it all the time?
No.
No. Like,
I feel like running through a wall.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know, like it, because I'm training for doing like a half marathon, and this is like the first like big race I've had in years.
Yeah.
And you know, there's just this thing where it's like, even this, when I was running 6 miles yesterday, and I was kind of like bonking at mile 5,
Mm-hmm.
You got to push through.
and then I was like, I literally thought about this woman swimming.
I mean, well, how many
And how
how
she
many
was- and how
hours?
she was
How many
pushing it.
hours? 48?
No, I was like
More than that.
It's like
48.
It's like 60 something.
Yeah, right.
Non-stop?
Non-stop. She did not
Did she
stop.
not drown?
They had like a boat right next to her that would like guide her through to make sure that she did.
It just helps her navigate, but
the current.
she just has to keep swimming.
And then she would stop. She would just, as she swam, they would feed her like food and water.
but they would
and-
feed her like with a tube, like
Not with a tube. They literally would just throw the
they would
pasta
throw
in
the,
her face.
the pasta in her face.
Yeah,
I
the
gotta watch
spaghetti.
that
Oh,
movie.
like a fish. Here you go.
Exactly.
Like a fish in SeaWorld.
And I guess water was with it.
That must have been some salty food.
Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Killed it.
She's gonna win it.
Killed it. Probably gonna win.
That's your pick.
Killed
Okay.
it. Probably gonna win.
That's my pick as well.
She was wonderful. She was wonderful. It was a.
Is this her first acting role ever, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
This
don't
is her
know,
first acting
but it's her
role?
first major.
Man, she killed it.
Yeah, it's her first major role for sure. I don't know if she's done
Um,
any acting before that. I'm guessing Oracle's double checking that, but I mean,
type.
she burst out of nowhere, and she carried this movie, Killers of the Flower Moon. Watch it; it's the best 3 hours you'll spend in front of a TV.
Mm.
Are you
It's a
sure?
great movie, but
Oppenheimer?
you'll be very sad.
Yeah, it's not a happy ending.
Well,
It's
because
not a
Killers is
happy
legit
story.
3 hours, and Oppenheimer is just shy of it. Is that correct or?
That Oppenheimer was 3 hours.
Oppenheimer's like 3,
Yeah. Okay. Well.
I think it's shy of 3.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you.
probably like 257 or something.
I don't know. You know, I can't choose between Oppenheimer and Killers of the Flower Moon. I think
I know, they're
Oppenheimer's
both great.
just a better film, like from a filmmaking perspective. But I almost feel like Killers of the Flower Moon is like a more important story. At least making this movie was more important because I think we've covered the bomb, we've covered Oppenheimer, we've
I don't
covered
think so.
Hiroshima.
I-
No, this is what I'm saying. Many times. This is a new, fresh
How many
vision.
times? How many movies have we made
Oh, there's-
about
Letters of Iwo Jima.
There's like a
Yeah.
dozen. I have a watch list.
about
Flags of Our Fathers.
about the bombings?
Just made that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, there's like
And this like
There's
Oppenheimer was
Hiroshima.
not really about the bombings.
Correct.
It was
Godzilla
about
minus one.
him
right.
and this challenge that was put in front of him or that he chose
Yes.
to do.
But for me, I think Killers of the Flower Moon is the first time a lot of people are
Anybody
going to
will
ever hear
talk
about this
it.
story.
You're right.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You'll hear about Oppenheimer. You'll learn a lot more, obviously, in this film. You'll hear about Oppenheimer. You'll hear about the bomb, but you'll never. Many people will never
Actually,
hear.
I have never
of
heard
this.
about the story of the Sage people.
Yeah.
Like, and everything that they went through, and all the murders that took place because of greed. Like, this is the first time I've heard of what happened, right, in
Yeah.
Oklahoma during the time period. So
We've talked
Yeah.
about it previously before. We'll talk a little bit more when it comes to Best Picture.
mm-hmm.
But Anatomy of a Fall.
I just want to say Lily Gladstone.
Yeah.
I think in those moments where like cover your ears. Essentially, all that stuff happens to her. Like all that amount of like pain and loss happens to one person. I think that she did a fantastic job of portraying that on screen.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Covering my ears. Only
didn't
made
feel
it
like-
worse. I heard you more.
I don't feel like that he had to cover his ears for
Good.
that. There's pain and loss. Yeah. How do you pronounce the Anatomy of the Fall nominee?
Sandra Hüller.
Hewler?
Hewler.
Anatomy of a Fall. This is a movie I wouldn't have watched if it wasn't for the Oscars, and I'm so glad we did.
It was so good.
And she was amazing.
Yes.
She carries the movie.
She's my second pick.
I agree.
Really?
She's my second. Yeah, she's my second pick too.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And we'll talk, I guess, more about Anatomy of a Fall when we get to Best Picture nominee. But
Her performance was, man, it was so good because it's like you think about it. Do you know what this movie's about?
Slip and fall, and they sue you.
Close. A woman
they
basically gets
accuse
on
you
trial.
of murder.
She gets accused of killing her husband. But I think throughout, the trial and the story, I think that you never really know, if she did it or not. And I don't know if like that's something that's answered, but I think the performance is great because it's like she doesn't give too much away in either regards. She's like, I don't know, you would expect someone that like lost their husband to, and like if you didn't have a role in it, like you'd be, very what's the word? Just I mean, everyone reacts to grief in different ways, but I feel like she would go through more, and I feel like, I don't know, it's very calculated in a way
yeah,
where she didn't give out too much, where it's like, I did kill him or I didn't kill him. And I think there was a very fine line that she navigated around between, especially when she's being asked like really hard questions or being put in like, tough situations when she's in court. And the fact that like, doing that in 2 languages, I think is also very impressive.
yes.
But she did say to her lawyer that she did not kill him, like a few times.
No, but I think
It's a guilty person.
no, but also
think so?
what I think is that what makes it such a great performance is, yes, she says from the beginning that she didn't kill it. She feigns innocence, but her performance doesn't give away. It keeps us
Exactly.
guessing.
right.
Like
Like we don't know if she's actually capable of killing her husband.
Exactly. We're not
and
really
if
sure what's
the
going on.
opportunity arises, she would have done it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie Mulligan for Maestro.
Also, she was also.
Lovely.
Lovely. Yeah.
Lovely.
I thought she was good.
Lovely bones.
I thought she was good, but there's no but there.
Lovely.
Yeah, I mean, good. She's worthy of the nomination, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But I think
I think that Lily Gladstone, even Annette Bening, were like
Head and shoulders
more
above.
memorable.
even Emma Stone in a movie that
Yes.
we'll talk about later because I didn't particularly love, but Emma Stone was
Great.
way out of her element.
Emma
Yeah.
Stone's Emma Stone. She's just
She was fantastic.
quality.
Matter of fact, I thought for a second after I watched Poor Things, I was like, wow, Emma Stone really brought it. Completely
Brought a lot.
different.
She could win it because she's the one acting the most different.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Definitely something that she's never done before.
Mm.
What
Like
do
we
we-
never seen Emma Stone in.
Yeah. What do we
It's
call
kinda
that,
raw.
Link?
Method acting.
Okay. What else
yeah.
do we call?
Improv.
Well, what'd you say about this movie? It's what?
What?
He doesn't remember.
He doesn't remember.
I don't remember.
You said it was Oscar bait.
Oh, Oscar bait.
Yeah, there you go. We got just clip out all the other parts where I didn't feed him the line correctly. All right, now actress in a supporting role. I kind of take it over. I'm sorry, Gabriel, if you want to continue.
No, you're good. Disclosure: I haven't seen The Color Purple.
We
One.
haven't. That's the only
No,
nominee.
it's the
I
only
want to
one.
call you guys out and call you racist because it's Black History Month.
I don't.
Did you watch it?
I haven't watched any movie. So
So that's okay, right? So
Yeah.
you haven't
I-
seen the Native American movie,
So you hate
the
everyone.
Jewish movie.
Yes.
You haven't seen. Okay, interesting. Interesting that you would just throw that out there. Okay.
yeah,
Why?
I am neutral.
You know what? We're gonna watch it tonight.
No, no,
After I'm
okay.
done reading.
I'll tell you the reality of why we haven't seen The Color Purple.
Oh, it's a musical. I don't like musicals.
Oh, it is a musical.
It is a musical.
You just have to, you just have
It's
to
a
find
music.
out.
Yeah, it's a musical adaptation of the novel that was Spielberg adapted to a normal film in the 80s.
It's like the new Mean Girls movie.
Okay, so there is.
It is like the
there
new
is
Mean
a
Girls movie.
Color Purple movie
There's a Color
that
Purple novel
Spielberg
that Spielberg
did
yeah.
in the 80s.
As a film.
And
Don't-
now this
they
one
they
is
wrote a
not
mu-
Spielberg.
Right.
It's
well,
a
he's producing
musical
it. He's producing it.
based on the book.
Well, it's technically a musical based on the Broadway play based on the book.
Tell them.
You guys over there in the camera
Oh.
world. Yeah.
What's with Steve Spielberg and musicals?
He loves musicals because they're
Oh,
a
what
great
other
art form.
musicals have you done?
West Side Story.
West Side Story.
Oh,
one
that
of
was
the best.
him? Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
Oh yeah.
My
The
bad.
guy's
Well-
just good at it.
Well, Spielberg and
That's
Oprah produced. Well, obviously, Spielberg directed The Color Purple in the '80s, and they're both producing this one.
But who is in The Color Purple? This one that's nominated.
Is that Little Mermaid?
No,
her name?
she's not the one who's nominated, is she?
Oh, no.
No.
But she's in that movie, I know.
Yeah.
What's
That-
her name? I'm sorry.
But you're talking about the movie,
Haley
but
Bailey.
not her.
Yeah,
Hailey
correct.
Bailey.
But she's not nominated.
Halle Bailey?
No, it's
Hailey
Haley Bailey. Halle Berry.
Bailey?
Halle
I
Bailey.
always think it's Halle Berry.
But it's Haley Bailey.
So who is
isn't it?
nominated in this movie?
Danielle Brooks,
Danielle Brooks.
which again we're not
Ni
sure
idea.
because we
Who
haven't
is-
seen it.
Who's Danielle Brooks?
And going back to the original point why we haven't seen it is because it literally just dropped on Max. Like it was the last movie to make it to streaming. It had a very limited film window, and it was in the holidays which was hectic. And
Oh, I know who Danielle Brooks is.
okay.
All right. I'll be honest. Don't know what America Ferrera is doing here. Emily Blunt was good.
Emily Blunt was good, but my wife. I'm sorry.
My wife. I
Gisella.
can see why Emily Blunt's there.
No, Emily Blunt.
She was
That
blunt. She
scene-
loved it.
That
Yeah.
scene where she's been
No.
interrogated.
That's where she wins her Oscar.
Yes, that
I
scene
mean, gets a
was
nomination.
was wonderfully, fantastically performed. She was excellent. I see why Emily Blunt is nominated in this category. For that scene alone is
Yes.
just worth of a nomination.
But America Ferrera.
Don't know what she's doing there.
She had the monologue that everyone raved about.
All right.
It's TikTok bait.
Listen, I
It was good.
like I
but-
like America Ferrera. I don't know that her performance is as
Memorable.
strong as Emily Blunt or Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster killed it.
Jodie Foster was awesome in
I
Night.
genuinely believe that Jodie Foster lives in the
Or
Keys.
Divine Joy Randolph in
She's
that
gonna- she should win.
holdover.
Yeah,
this
that's
is
my pick.
favorite.
The
That's my
Holdovers.
pick.
The Holdover is my
Holdovers,
pick too.
Divine Joy, she was wonderful. Like she was great.
She's been killing it.
Yeah, she's my favorite to win.
Wait,
her
who?
and Emily Blunt.
Divine Joy Randall.
Divine
And
Joy
Jodie
Randolph.
Foster.
She was so good. It felt
I don't
like,
know. I love them all.
It felt
Those
like she
three.
wasn't even acting.
I feel bad for Danielle Brooks because I didn't really see her.
Well,
I haven't seen The Color Paper.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so it's not fair. But
Of what I have seen, those three are for me my favorite.
I do think she was acting because she's on Only Murders in the Building.
Who?
She's so funny.
The Divine Joy
Divine-
Randall.
She's the cop.
Oh yes.
And
She's-
her
she's-
character-
That's her.
Yes.
See?
Did
Like,
you
Oh
not
wow!
watch-
You
It-
see.
it's
I just
nothing
didn't make
like
the
her.
connection.
Yeah, and that's you see
Yeah.
how different the performances
Yes,
are.
different.
yes. No, I think she should win. I thought she was really good.
She was
No,
great.
It felt so good, like you can't even tell. It's
Right,
like
so it's organic.
it's like it reminded me of Frances McDormand in No Man's. Like you can't tell she's acting. It feels like a
Perfect. Yes,
documentary.
what a-
Yes.
And this feels,
That's
and
a
this
great
feels
parallel.
like literally a time period in the 80s.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like she's acting.
How many
Yeah.
Oscars does that woman
No.
have?
Frances McDormand,
Yeah.
like 2.
Yeah, that's not a lot because nobody has a lot.
She's not beating what, Meryl Streep?
No one beats
No,
Meryl.
nobody beats Meryl
No.
Streep.
Not even
Meryl.
taxes.
So sweep for us.
Did you see it? Appears
Prayer
she's-
circle?
She's dating
Divine Joy Randolph. Yes, I hope she
You guys,
wins.
you guys saw that
She's dating,
that Meryl's dating my boy Marty Short.
Yeah, Martin Short.
Really?
Ooh.
Oh, some love in the air at murder on the
What?
murders.
I thought she was married.
No, that was the movie. It's complicated with Steve Martin
Yeah.
and I forgot his name. Jack Donaghy.
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
No, what? No, for real. Is she really dating?
It seems
That
way.
seems like it.
It seems.
But I thought she was married.
You know, this is good for Marty. Okay, his wife died. He needs this.
Okay, but not good for Meryl Streep's husband. If she's married, I
If
don't
she-
know.
okay.
I don't know.
Well,
Okay.
it's on him for divorcing her. Why would you divorce Meryl?
I don't know why
She
anybody
is so
would.
versatile. You can ask her to be whatever you want. She can do that. Why would you divorce her?
That gets
She's
dangerous.
been separated since 2017.
Oh.
It's complicated.
But
they were-
It's complicated.
It's
okay? It's
complicated.
complicated.
But she was married for a long time.
Yeah.
That makes me sad.
Who was she married to?
Okay, but it's been a long time.
Don
since-
Gummer?
I don't.
Donald Glover?
No.
Don
Don
Gummer.
Glover.
I don't know if he's an actor. Is he an actor? I don't think so.
He is a teacher? Professor? What does he do?
Yes.
He's an American sculptor.
Oh.
But if you have to choose between
He is
Don
married
Glover,
to Meryl Streep, although they've been separated since
if you have to
2017.
choose between Don Gummer
Mhm.
and Marty Short,
Oh, Marty Short is so.
exactly,
I mean, I could just imagine how much they love.
exactly.
Yeah, that must be crazy.
But
No,
did you
he's-
guys laugh? Did you guys laugh in this next category?
Steve Martin is loving this.
I'm gonna tell you something.
They're
like,
just gonna
I
keep going on
feel-
about their love life.
I feel like Marty Short and me will be best friends.
You say that about a lot of people, Jason.
Okay, I know, but I like him.
Okay.
Hey, if you're gonna call him your best friend, you gotta call him Marty.
Okay,
'Cause that's
Marty
what
and
we
me.
Calamari?
Marty and me.
That's
will
what
be
we call
best
him,
friends.
Marty.
I think we'll laugh a lot.
The next category, animated feature film. It's a strong category, but we missed a bunch of them.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't
what
think
it
it's a strong
is.
category.
You don't think it's a strong category? Okay, it's an important category.
I do
guess.
think that
this year's
the Golden Globes did a better job. With
yeah?
how so?
They
They
had,
nominated other movies.
and the fact that Elemental's in it.
Well, you know that the Pixar movie's gonna get nominated.
Did you watch it?
Yes, in Spanish.
We haven't get. We will watch it before the Oscars, but we haven't got.
I watched
to
it in Spanish.
And
I watched it with a little cousin of mine that came.
It was
like,
good.
Quiero ver Elemental. I'm like, Tío Link, Elemental. I'm like, all right, let's do this, Abraham.
It was good. It wasn't a
Shout out
it
Abraham.
wasn't a Mario
Shout out
movie.
my boy Abraham.
It wasn't a Super Mario
yes,
Brothers.
Super
It
Mario.
wasn't
Yeah, exactly.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Why is Super Mario
Yeah.
Brothers not nominated?
Ninja Turtle Mutant Mayhem.
Because the Oscars hate Jack Black.
No, because
Doesn't make sense.
Barbie took all the pop culture
Yeah, I guess.
picks.
Like for example,
With America Ferrera getting nominated.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay, wow. Now we're on an agenda.
That's
for
right.
sure.
No,
That's for
Listen,
One day I'm
listen.
gonna host
There was
SNL.
there was a Barbie agenda here.
There
One day I'm
was
gonna host
definitely a Barbie
SNL.
agenda.
There's a Barbie marketing team.
There really,
That's
yes.
what it is.
Yeah.
Barbie had a lot of people in their corner.
One day I'm
Okay.
gonna host SNL and America Ferrera is gonna be the guest singer and we're gonna have an awkward
What?
segment.
Like for example, I think Super Mario should have been nominated.
I think Ninja Turtle should have also been nominated.
Ninja Turtle should have been nominated
Ninja
just for the.
I haven't seen
for the
Robot
ooze.
Dreams, even though I heard that one's really good.
It's not out yet
I
here.
have not seen.
I haven't seen
that.
Nimona.
I haven't seen
Nimona is
Nimona.
available on YouTube. Netflix put it up on YouTube. So even if you don't have Netflix, everyone can watch this movie now.
It's not on
And I
Netflix.
haven't seen.
It is on
Elemental,
Netflix.
So
All right, so let's get to this, man. There's
Okay.
only two options here:
The Boy and the Heron.
The Boy and the Heron
By
by Hayao
Hayao
Miyazaki, and don't forget my boy Suzuki-san.
Minoru Suzuki?
No, Toshio.
I'm gonna be honest. I love The Boy and the Heron. I know that you guys were like,
Never saw it.
I was indifferent.
Who is you guys?
You,
I thought it was okay.
Tan Tan.
Not me.
I love it.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Tan thought he could
Let
make
me
a better
tell you.
movie.
I thought it was
Let me
great.
tell you what's gonna happen.
I
I got
loved
you.
it.
Okay,
America,
Link's got
listen to
this.
me. It's between The Boy and the Heron and
It's promo
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Uh huh.
Right?
Mhm.
It's one of those two. They're gonna win it.
Why?
Why? No, because I'm telling you, Elemental, Pixar. Something's going on with Pixar there. There's not.
What is going on with Pixar? We
Every-
should have a conversation
It's-
later, not
yeah,
now.
yeah.
I'll tell you
About
what's wrong
what's
with Pixar.
going on with
Okay.
Pixar.
They're
You got 'em on a
very
soapbox.
successful sexual harasser, CFO, CEO, whatever
What's-
chief creative content is out, and apparently he was really that good.
Mm.
Except there's a trade-off. Just harassing every woman he would see,
No, the men too.
and the men. Oh yeah,
No,
Miyazaki.
oh,
Miyazaki.
I saw him harass my boy Miyazaki.
He
All right.
did.
Well, he hugged him, and you know how Japanese
just the
culture,
men.
you know,
Mm.
not just the
But
men,
the women.
but the Japanese men.
Mhm.
All right, so it's literally between The Boy and the Heron and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Right?
Yeah.
Now, this is why I believe The Boy and the Heron's gonna win.
Why?
Number one, this might be Miyazaki's last film. Right? So
Doubt.
no, we don't. He's a guy's 80 something,
But
we
he
don't know.
might, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, you mean 80 something like late 80s or
Early
early
80s.
80s?
He
Early
has
80s.
enough time to make another
He has
movie.
an
but
entire
Japanese, so
career
they
ahead
live
of him.
longer, but the guy smokes a lot. Like I was like complaining about the generation and
He
smoking,
vapes.
right?
he hates iPads.
He hates iPads, right? Now,
and his son.
Oh, George.
I'm not the one who.
He's right. There's a whole documentary about him hating his son.
It's just maybe the culture. They're maybe overcritical.
Yes,
of-
especially him. He is the greatest
Yeah.
animator of all time.
Imagine
There's no
being-
one greater than Hayao Miyazaki
Yeah.
animation. Not even Walt Disney,
Yeah.
right? Walt Disney shines Miyazaki's shoes.
Hot take. Okay.
All right.
All
You
right.
need to
All right.
calm down
Now-
a little bit.
So now,
Alright,
really quick, I'm
that's
sorry.
good. Yeah.
So, across the Spider-Verse, you're literally a part one. You didn't give me a complete story. You left
I
it in a
agree.
cliffhanger.
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
So, does it deserve the win? Yeah, it's
Maybe.
really good.
Yeah.
Is it should it win? No, because it's not a complete story. Give me whatever the sequel is, and that's gonna win that year. That's why I believe The Boy in the Heron should win, because it's fantastic. It's
I thought it was
Miyazaki's one of the
fantastic.
greatest movies,
Yep, yep,
right?
yep.
It's critically acclaimed, and it might be his last one. And you
Yeah.
know what? The Academy eats that stuff up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to honor the
The Boy
greatest
and the Heron.
animator of all time, one more time, this is the time
You
to do
convinced
it.
me.
And if you don't, guess what?
What?
That's messed up, bro. That's
That
not
is
cool.
just the-
And you know why they're gonna win though? Because in the Academy Award win, in the Academy movie museum, they have a whole section on Miyazaki. These people are in bed with Miyazaki. This guy's gonna win it.
But not literally.
No.
Not literally,
Or-
metaphorically, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes. Only
yes.
Miyazaki's wife is in bed with him. And
Thank you
maybe
for that
maybe the
clarification.
producer Suzuki, maybe.
Link.
And what about the guy from Pixar? What was his name again?
And John Lasseter
John Lasseter.
wants to get in, but Miyazaki doesn't let him.
I agree with Link. I think The Boy and the Heron is going to win it, and I think it should win it.
It should
Yeah.
win it.
I think it was a great story. I loved it very much.
I also think they don't
I-
want to give the Oscar to Spider-Verse
Twice in
three
a row-
times.
two-
No, three times because
Three
I
times.
think
It's gonna win.
it's
Second
gonna
time,
win
second
the
time.
yeah, it's gonna win
Yeah.
the third.
That's
one.
why I don't think. Look, Lord of the Rings didn't get all three movies.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
You get me?
Uh-huh.
Come on.
Okay. Really quick, cinematography. El Conde. Me and Gisella watched this movie. I completely understand why it's nominated for cinematography.
And you guys should watch it. You guys will like
Yeah,
it.
it's on Netflix. A
I'm
link.
sorry, I'm not telling you.
What is
I'm
it?
not telling you what you like.
I'm telling. Okay, thank you.
I'm not telling you what you
Thank you,
like.
thank you.
Yeah.
But you might want to check this out.
Yes.
That animated category really smacked the accent out of him.
No, but I loved
I'm
it.
back, dude.
No.
The count is back. 1, 2, 3.
Gabriel!
We have 4 hosts
Listen,
today.
I was actually gonna
I-
mention
I
how upset I've been this whole
I
episode, and then
needed this.
he like took the light out of like
I needed this.
I brightened up so much with that rant. I was so happy.
It
And
was
then,
so beautiful. Now
yeah.
I'm back because I don't know anything about cinematography.
Well,
All
I-
I have is an iPhone and I take pictures.
Well, ironically, El Conde is about Augusto Pinochet,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's a Chilean film,
Mm-hmm.
and he is a
We don't-
vampire.
Is that
Yes.
not about?
I am rooting for my boy Augusto Pinochet.
No, you're not allowed to say that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't say
that's
that.
yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Don't mean it like that. I am rooting for Renfield.
Okay.
And actually, Poor Things, it will be my pick.
That was an interesting pick. You did mention that to me.
Yeah, Poor Things it's beautiful. Like, okay, so if any of you guys have seen it,
A lot of sex.
it's a lot of that, and it's to the point that
Carnal knowledge.
it's
Unlawful carnal knowledge.
it's a bit uncomfortable, the amount of it, and but however, the movie is it looks different. It's beautiful. It's nice. It's
My
very-
boy Yorgos.
I think that would be my pick
Well,
for
Yorgos didn't do anything
cinematography,
there, but-
even before El Conde.
Okay. Even before El Conde.
Yeah.
We've got Killers
Sure.
of the Flower Moon, Maestro,
Time
and
out. I have a
Oppenheimer,
question.
which
El
we talked-
Conde, is it a comedy?
Yes.
Yes, it's like a
The-
dark
The
comedy.
dark
Oh,
comedy.
oh. Is it like the death of Stalin dark comedy?
It is like the death
Death
of
of
Stalin
Stalin.
crossed with What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes. That's a perfect. That's a great
That's
description.
all- let's
George.
watch these, my friend,
Yes.
and let's count how many times.
Your count just turned like vaguely Central American.
You like it, count. I mean,
Let's
it's
count.
a story of one of your people.
Let's count.
Okay. So also
He is El
nominated
Conde.
also nominated Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, and Oppenheimer. What are you guys' picks?
I mean, all these movies are beautiful.
I've only seen Oppenheimer.
Okay. So that's your pick.
I'll go Oppenheimer. Killers of the Flower Moon.
I'm gonna
was
say
nice.
Killers of the Flower
That
Moon.
was really
Really?
good too.
Killers of the Flower Moon?
Yeah.
Over Poor Thing?
I didn't like how poor.
Listen,
Things.
I will get to it when we get to Best Picture. But
Poor Things does have an interesting
Look, I think it has an interesting
I
look.
do agree. I do
But
agree
it's
with
done
that.
on. I'm assuming it's done on purpose.
Yeah, but I'm biased. Again.
You going to do that one? Or?
And I think that's one of the problems, and I understand what you're saying, because I think that's one of the problems of Poor Thing, because it's shot differently, it looks different, it looks like a storybook, or it feels like a storybook.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel like the journey of a woman, right? It feels like the journey of, I don't know.
There goes that dream.
Yeah, it's like the zone of interest.
No, it's not like that at all.
Well, okay, we'll talk about that later.
All right,
I guess.
real quick, costume design.
I'm out of this category. I don't know anything about this.
You saw Barbie. You saw Oppenheimer. We've got Killers of the Flower Moon, Napoleon, and Poor Things. My pick is Napoleon because I love when costume design is won by a movie that sucked, but just randomly got nominated for costumes.
I think it should
Didn't
be
watch it.
Barbie.
I feel like Barbie was dressed like in our century.
But they were vibrant, the
No.
costumes. What
But
about
the
Ken?
The costumes,
His outfit from
You
the
know
Dojo
what?
Casa
You
house.
know what?
I mean, I
Ken.
think
No, you know what?
Barbie-
Barbie should win it just because it gave us that Ken hoodie.
Yeah.
I like the Poor Things
No.
costume.
Oh, the
No,
Poor Things.
Poor
house
Thing
was
was nice too. But I think that literally the dresses in Barbie was a part of the story. Like the way how she dresses, and even Ken is like it's a plot on the story
Okay.
itself, on the narrative.
So your pick,
And
Barbie?
the costume design was great. Yeah.
Barbie? My
If,
pick?
if Barbie should win anything, it should win this category.
Okay, I'm with Napoleon.
That's a hot take.
Gabriel?
Poor Things.
Poor Things. And Link?
Oppenheimer.
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 Okay. All right. Wow. That's a category that we each have a different film.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, now we're getting to the good stuff. Directing.
Oh, let me tell you.
I know who's gonna win it.
It's going to be Christopher Nolan.
It has to be
This
Christopher
is
Nolan.
his year. If it's not
This
Christopher
is-
Nolan, we riot.
No, if it's not Christopher Nolan, I don't know.
We riot.
I
It
don't
could
know.
be Martin
I
Scorsese.
think Scorsese is the only one that can take it.
Snub Nolan.
Nah, bro.
Scorsese, I think
Wait,
Nolan's
has
gonna
Nolan,
win it.
has Nolan won
Nolan's
it
No,
before?
No.
he has not
Yeah.
won. That's why I think this
Nolan's
is
won the
year.
other stuff.
But Nolan's been sweeping all
Yeah,
the other
Nolan's-
awards.
Exactly.
That movie's
It
been winning
seems
a
a
lot.
But
lot.
who won it in the SAG Awards?
Nolan.
Yeah. Nolan's
It
been
should be
winning.
Nolan.
It should be Nolan.
Yeah, I think it will
all
be
these,
Nolan.
All
I
these
think it will be
movies are
Nolan.
great, but Oppenheimer is
Marty,
a
Just give it a Nolan.
It's an accomplishment film.
Marty, just give it
Killers
a
of
Nolan.
the Flower Moon is an accomplishment in
No,
film.
I agree.
I know, but Marty's already won it.
It is between Martin
Has
and
he won
Nolan. But for me, if I have to choose,
It's Nolan, man.
Yeah, I agree.
The way how he pieced the story together with different narrative, even different style of
Kind of reminded me of.
Well,
Pulp
you know what?
Fiction.
I forgot. You're right. Maybe Oppenheimer to win cinematography because he used it to really divide and unite the narrative.
Bars.
Link just
Did I just
flipped.
Did I just win you over?
Yeah,
Yes,
You just-
you have.
that's all right. That's
Power of siblings.
So yeah.
How did Zone of Interest get on here?
You know what? I really.
How did Zone of Interest get on it? They were
Let me-
impressed with the
Sonny,
directing.
Have you guys seen Son of Interest?
Directing?
Gabe saw it.
was not impressed by.
We
his
saw it last
performance.
night.
Was not interest.
Link has not and may never find the Zone of Interest.
No, never. Sometimes the best thing to do is to ask her, "Where is the zone of interest? Show me." But I do like Yorgos. So I really want.
I
him
need to watch
win it.
Lobster.
I really want him to win it one time
They
because
re-
I love Lobster and I love the killing of a sacred deer.
I don't think you should win.
I haven't seen any.
I
of those
want
movies.
him to win it.
If Poor Things beats out
No.
Oppenheimer and Killers of the Flower Moon, I will never watch the Oscars ever
Yeah.
again.
No, it's not going to
No
happen.
way.
I'm not on this episode ever.
I just like him a lot and
No,
want
I
him to
understand
win.
what you're saying.
Yeah, but I think he's
No,
got
it
a
should
lot of
be
years ahead of him.
No,
Christopher
he's doing
Nolan.
well.
Yeah, he's
No,
doing
Christopher Nolan should win it. Like Oppenheimer.
No,
Come
no,
on,
no.
guys.
You give it a Noli.
Justice for the Dark Knight.
Yes. Like Oppenheimer
Yes.
was beautiful.
Justice for the Dark Knight.
What won that year?
Exactly.
Was it the wrestler didn't win? Right, it was just nominated.
No, the rest.
That the Dark Knight was nominated?
It was the year that the Dark Knight didn't get nominated. It got snubbed.
I feel like the rest did win.
Let me tell you what
I
happened.
feel like it did too.
2008.
9?
It came out in 2008.
I think it's the 2009 Oscars, but I may be wrong. I'll move on. We haven't seen the documentaries.
No.
right?
It made me so sad. I'm sorry. Documentary film category.
I apologize.
I
There's only
didn't
so
get
much.
around it.
Direct,
Yeah.
There's only so much time
Oh,
we will watch
I
it by
thought
the
we were going to
time.
Best
I'm
Picture.
sure they're all wonderful.
Oh, Slumdog one.
Oh my goodness, Slumdog.
Okay.
This was the Oscars never get it right in my opinion. Only last
Never.
year. Only last year.
Well-
Who won last year?
A comedy one last year, baby.
Okay, who?
All right.
You
What?
want to go to Best Picture?
Who won last
Yeah.
No.
Everything everywhere
Oh,
all at
yes.
once.
That was last year.
That was
Yes.
last year. That feels like 3 years ago.
Bro, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay.
Okay, that was.
So we're jumping to Best Picture,
Yeah.
and then we'll see if we clean up after. So
Wait, go up. Let me see the music one.
I know
Original
who's gonna
music
win Best
scores.
Picture. I know
Go
who's
down?
gonna win.
What?
Best
Oppenheimer's winning
What?
score.
Music-
Oppenheimer's winning score.
What? I hate this.
can we do Best
category.
Picture? Real quick.
Oh, the original song, that song from Spider-Man should have been nominated.
No. What? Wiz Khalifa is nominated, but not Jack Black.
What are you talking about?
I
Who's Wiz
agree.
Khalifa?
I don't understand.
I mean, I know who's Wiz
Oh,
Khalifa.
that's not
but
Wiz Khalifa.
He read Wahazazi.
I was like, since when is Wiz Khalifa
Oh, okay.
nominated?
So the fire inside.
Wait, we're doing the songs?
No.
No.
Okay.
Definitely
Oh,
not.
my bad.
Best Picture.
My bad.
Ready. American Fiction. We talked a little bit about this already.
That's the only comedy there, right?
Hilarious.
Barbie.
Everybody should watch American Fiction.
Hilarious.
Anybody would enjoy this movie.
I wanted to watch it.
It's fun. It has something to say. It's
It's a tricky topic.
yeah.
but
it's
it
a
has-
very tricky topic.
It's a challenging
Yeah.
conversation
yeah.
from, I think, two different perspectives.
But I think it's one that everybody should.
It could be a
have.
little too challenging. Some people were in that theater with us and they walked out.
Really?
You know what?
I
I
don't
don't
think I
think the
noticed.
Academy is ready.
You were there.
Yeah, but I was enthralled by the film.
Me too. I thought the film was great.
It's just an older couple just walked out of the theater.
No, it's that they thought they were watching Madam Web.
They thought they were watching Bob Marley. One Love.
All right, next.
Okay, Anatomy of a Fall.
Fantastic.
Another great
Excellent.
film. A great film. I don't know.
I don't know why it's not nominated internationally, but whatever.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is no spoilers for our audience or Link, okay? But I'll just say that after this movie, I will never look at 50 Cent's PIMP the same way ever again.
That should have been nominated.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a new song written for the
Yeah.
film. Those are the rules.
I think the score should have won just for having it on there.
Wait, time out. I'm sorry. Did I hear that right? Did you say
50 cents. Yes.
that
It's a
song
focal part
did
of the
not
movie.
get nominated?
Well, it was not written for the movie.
Yeah, you can't be nominated if you're an older song used on a soundtrack.
But that
It's
movie,
original song.
movie is constantly playing in the background in that movie.
That
The
song.
song, yeah.
That song, just
Not
the
like 50
instrument.
Cent's
Let me
version
tell
though.
you.
It's in like in
Yeah.
mambo.
It's
It's like
just
it's an instrument you hear on the cruise.
There's a
Right.
steel drum. Yeah.
Like the flute, yes.
Version.
Yes.
It's like Michael Scott playing it.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You've got to watch the movie.
You won me over with that.
I knew I would.
So stupid.
That's literally it.
Yeah.
I bet you that made 50 proud.
Yeah. I bet.
I'm betting it did.
Everything's coming up 50, bro. This P Diddy's gonna go to jail. He's gonna have so much crap to talk. My boy 50's all.
Yeah, P. Diddy pulling a John
Wait,
Lasseter
why?
there.
Why is 50 cents in jail?
Yeah,
too?
P,
You know,
P,
Pete Diddy tried to murder.
no, P Diddy is what Jeffrey. No, not Jeffrey Einstein. It's what
Jeffrey
Weinstein.
Einstein.
Weinstein, whatever.
Einstein
Jeffrey
Bagels.
Epstein.
No, the Harvey Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Oh,
is to the music industry, and he's
Oh,
gonna go
He's
down.
what Einstein is
Wait,
to
you know
physics.
what? I'm not gonna say anything. He could be one of
Yeah.
our two listeners and kill me.
I think there's
I'm
more
sorry,
than
Pity.
two, but also
You should have said it in your
I
accent.
don't.
I'm sorry, Pete. Let's count how many times I say I'm sorry. One.
I've explained this to you before. 50 Cent is not in prison. He hasn't been
Yeah.
for a really long time.
Okay.
And you didn't know him when he was in prison.
I didn't.
Yes, he's
know
a good
him.
man now. He's changed. He gave his life to Jesus.
Did he?
All
I
eight,
don't know.
all 8 bullets.
All right, Link. It's just making
Purified
things
him.
up.
Okay,
All right,
Barbie.
anyways.
I'm
No,
happy it's
oh.
nominated. I don't know why.
Me too. I'm happy it's nominated.
I'm happy it's there.
I don't
Yeah,
think it
I
was
think-
the best year.
Especially
the
when we
best
have
movie.
10 nominees.
I think
this year.
Barbie was carried by Barbenheimer.
Yeah.
Wait, really quick. When they put the best picture
Is it
and the
always
name in
10?
the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
they don't put the
No.
name of the director.
No, it's a producers.
Justice for what's her name?
Greta Gerwig.
Greta.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Yeah, for you need to win best directing for the director to be credited, which is why now, more esteemed directors also produce their movies.
What do you guys do? You guys
So they can
do
get-
you guys kind
Who-
of like agree with what everybody's saying that Margot Robbie and Greta were a snob?
No.
I don't think so either.
I think
If
that
America Ferrara is on
Right.
that list,
Yeah.
I would have.
You know what?
I would have put.
Here's the thing: they're not
Margot
mutually.
Robbie.
They're not mutually exclusive. You know.
Yeah.
You're competing not with the other people in your movie. You're competing with whoever's in that category.
And I feel after watching all the other movies and all the other performance, like I love Robbie and I liked Barbie. I think that everybody else, I don't know, they're
Gabe asked a question, by the way, that I think he asks every year. Is it always 10? The Academy can nominate up to 10.
Did you ask that question in 1997?
I'm
Gabriel?
pretty sure it did.
Oh, in 1997 there were only 5.
Yeah, you can only do 5 back then. So you can nominate up to 10, but you have to meet a specific threshold of number of votes, which is why sometimes we have 7 or 8.
Carrie Mulligan.
Barbie was good. I just doing this is my least favorite Greta Gerwig movie.
Gerwig.
I thought it was fun.
I
I think
liked it.
Barbie was fun.
It's
and
good.
was
I liked it. It's
good.
fun.
Yeah, but
It's good, but it's not Little
No.
Women.
It's not Little
That's
Woman.
true.
Yeah.
It's not Lady Bird.
Well, get
It's
ready.
not Frances Ha.
Get ready for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Oh, you know what? I'm
gonna be
excited for
honest-
that. I only have one request, Greta. Bring back Liam to play Aslan. That guy.
I don't think.
Okay.
They're probably gonna get.
But if
Danny
you could
DeVito.
choose somebody else,
Oh,
It's
if you
gonna-
can get Danny DeVito as Aslan.
Is Timothy
Danny
Chalamet
DeVito?
gonna be
He's Timothy Chalamet is Mr. Tumnus.
Mr. Tumnus? Yeah, exactly.
Guys, Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about. It's not time to talk about them.
Yes.
Mm.
All right. So, The Holdovers. We've talked about it. It's
Yes,
an amazing
it belongs
film.
in this category, and I'm glad it's here.
He came out of nowhere too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Such a good
Well,
film.
actually,
It's a good movie.
me and Gisella were
Third.
like anticipating it for months.
Yes, me too. Actually, I watched the trailer, and I go to George. We should
Third.
go watch this
Yeah.
movie.
I'll put a third on my list.
You'll put it third on your list?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
Alright.
strong out
Yeah.
of these 10 movies.
I put it 4th, and I've only seen 3.
I'm guessing.
With that being one of them.
How's that possible? Oh, because you put Killers of the Flower Moon ahead of it?
Yeah.
even though you haven't seen it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's second for me. Killers of the Flower Moon? Yes?
Yes. For
No.
me, it's Oppenheimer.
Second.
Killers of the
Yeah.
Flower Moon.
Oh, are we talking? Okay, are we talking about like what deserves it or what like your
thi-
favorites were?
That's my favorite.
My favorite.
Killers of the Flower Moon's in second position for me. I think.
For my favorites, it's Oppenheimer, Past Lives, and Holdovers.
Got-
and then
okay.
Killers is fourth.
Okay, let's talk
That
about
I
Past Lives.
enjoy. That I enjoy. And like, I will watch it again.
What deserves it? Killers of the Flower Moon.
Can,
Second.
can we talk about
Yeah.
Past Lives?
Yeah, sure.
Past Lives
but
was
you
amazing.
forgot my
You saw it?
Astro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tell me.
That movie was amazing. It's
Yep.
it captures a specific moment in a period of
Someone's life.
your life, right? Like
Mhm.
I believe we've all had these types of relationships,
Uh-huh.
and I've just never seen it manifested in movies. I thought it's just like something you really can't explain.
And that's crazy, right?
And
That at
that's
this
what
point,
you see it in Past Lives. So I
Yes.
thought this movie was beautiful.
Yes.
If Christopher Nolan was not born, I would have given it to.
Yeah, Past Lives is my favorite movie.
But I
of the year,
think
if it
Past-
wasn't Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I have a very specific connection to this film.
I
yeah.
love Past
I
Lives.
love this movie.
Yeah, tell us
Watch
more.
it, Paramount Plus.
Anti La La Land.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yes.
I made this comment to Gabe, and he was like, "Did I tell you that?" Because I love La La Land, and I think a lot of people do, but I don't agree with many of the sentiments in the finale,
Mm.
which kind of brings it down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's this fantasy of lives that you didn't live, and this is the antithesis of that. Without
Right.
saying too much, like
Go watch Past Lives.
watch Past Lives.
Past Lives was great. Yes.
It's beautiful.
And it's an
Yeah.
accessible movie too, because it's like it's PG-13, it's real clean, it's nice. I mean,
yeah, it doesn't have.
so I'm telling like
you
everyone.
guys have been scarred by Poor Things. Eh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Poor
You know
things
what?
trauma.
Because I went to the movie theaters and I didn't know what the movie's about. So the only thing George says is like, oh, it has some strong scenes. So I'm thinking,
What
okay,
strong scenes?
Poor things.
poor things.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Past
So
Lives.
I'm thinking, oh, okay, a little bit of violence, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little bit of Monica.
It was all about that.
A
and
lot
it
of
was
Monica.
It was like 30, 40 minutes
Monica
on the
S.
screen. And
Moncos.
it was too much.
I didn't care for it.
Oh, I tell you, I'm not phased. I'm not phased by it.
No,
And
I mean,
also-
you told me it's super graphic, so I was like, all right,
Okay.
But
hardcore,
you
brother.
see- Yeah, right. But I was not prepared.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no,
it
for
took
you,
me-
yeah. I don't
I
know.
was like, what am I watching?
You know,
I wasn't a big fan of the movie.
I didn't think
No.
it was. There's a lot of ideas that I'm like, and I feel like some ideas are like contradictory to each other, without going too much
Which,
into it.
But
which
you
I guess
know-
I don't know if that's the point of the movie.
It might
And
be.
I
It might
understand.
be.
Like
Yeah.
I can see, if someone was liked it, all right, I can see why you can like
and
it.
I
just
know,
didn't like it
and I
myself.
know this is an unpopular opinion, but I feel the same thing about like aspects of Barbie and like the poor things. They have a strong message to say, especially about women. But I feel that it's so preachy and so like down your throat that you're like, oh, okay, I get it. Like it is about this, and that is one of the things that I kind of like. I was a little bit of Barbie, like that monologue of American Ferrera. Like, it's, yeah, I get it. I'm a woman. I understand. But the monologue at time felt preachy. Like,
It's not subtle.
yeah, it's not subtle. It's not like something that you talk about with a friend. She's literally preaching it to the other Barbies. And it's kind of like it's intentionally put in the movie because I want to say this. Do you know what I mean? It's forced. And that's why I was like, oh, okay, it's a good movie. I already love the monologue. I get it. But I didn't feel, as a woman, I felt a little bit like, okay, you're preaching this to who?
Pandered.
Yeah, like you're pandering to me. And I feel the same thing about Poor Things. Like obviously they're taking other mediums to like and other tools to tell this narrative about woman sexual freedom and woman journey through life and how we perceive these things. But at the same time, I feel at time it felt like, okay, this is a lot. Like I don't know.
And that's why it was important to have a female voice on this
Yeah.
week's episode. I'm
Yeah.
searching for McGuffin.
However, both important things to say, obviously, for
Yep.
women, I don't know if this is necessarily like the way I would have chosen to do it. But believe it or not, like between American Ferrera monologue and Poor Things, even though Poor Things was super strong, I'd rather Poor Things.
Yeah.
Because they
Sip in the
chose
stone.
they chose to
Emma.
tell a movie to tell
less
this in a very
commercial. It's
creative
more
way,
artistic.
right? More
Yeah.
artistic, right? So there's a lot for you to interpret. Like America Ferrera is like Barbie is
It's-
like in your face.
It's
This
strong.
is what
It's
it
strong.
is.
Like it is. It also is in your face. It's very strong,
Right.
like themes, but at the same time, it's like you're an adult. Handle this.
Exactly.
Barbie's kind of just like
You-
with that monologue. They're kind of just like
Kids are
here.
watching
Feeding
it.
you.
Yeah,
Here comes the
feeding you.
airplane.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly
You
right, Gabriel.
baby.
Yeah.
I also have a thing that is full disclosure.
And full disclosure, I think Killers of the Flower Moon.
Full disclosure. I just thought I had to say that.
Sorry, Killers of the Flower Moon
Full disclosure.
made such
That's
a
been
more,
4 times I've counted that we said it.
Sorry, I feel like Killers of the Flower Moon made a so much stronger statement about womanhood.
You know what? Very true.
Than these two movies did about womanhood. This is like
Past lives, even.
right, even past lives, like how we deal with grief and suffering in this, in this world, and how the courage that it takes to even stand up to the people that you love and trusted at some point. So I don't know. I think that I think that Killers of the Flower Moon has a stronger message.
You heard it here, America.
For
Only Martin Scorsese knows how a woman feels. Not even women.
It's talking to you, America Ferrera.
Yeah.
Supporting
Well,
actress
to
nominee.
fair, America Ferrero did not write the monologue.
Well, she's being awarded like she didn't. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so my hang up is, for me personally, I think there is a line of how artistic, avant-garde, and interpretive a movie can be.
Yeah.
And Poor Things is, again, to no insult to the film itself.
Nah, brother, that's your subjective take.
Yeah, it's
fine.
on this side. It's on this side of like, I'm disconnected.
It's too much. Yeah.
Zone of Interest
Can you do it
was
vertically and not horizontal so that our viewers can see what you meant by that? Okay. there
Okay,
you
so yeah, this is the line.
We have viewers?
Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
a
yeah.
few. Yeah,
We're on camera.
that.
go.
Okay,
Exactly. 'Cause
so
that made no sense to me. When I
so
looked
Poor
at you.
Things is like a little too artistic, a little too avant-garde. Zone of Interest itself even was almost on the line there.
Boom, boom, boom,
Gisella
boom,
kind of had
boom,
to
boom, boom,
like
boom.
walk me through some of it because when like there's moments of just like
Because only the woman knows where the zone of interest.
black screen.
Bro, the intro to Zone of Interest, I'm just like, all right, come on, man. What did you get from that? What was that about?
The black screen at the beginning. The opening shot.
What was the-
So
what was
you're
the-
not scared when you watch it? Is like 2.5 minutes.
I
3
thought
minutes?
my television broke.
So
Me too.
so it's like it's so dark. Yes, the projector's still on.
That's exactly what I thought in my head. I was gonna text you that.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
Why is Amazon Prime busted?
I do gotta tell you though, Son of Interest. I think it's a film that all of us should watch.
Yeah.
You know, even though like I know there have been so many movies
All-
and so many stories being told about World War II and the horrors of it. I was telling George this last night because we just watched it. That it's one of those films that they decide to give us a new kind of like lens about what was happening the other side of the wall of these camps. You know, and it's such a
Like the German side?
contradiction- Yeah, the German
Yeah.
side.
Interesting.
Right. Like how were they living and coping, with that
Comfortably.
sound of death, and the sound of horror.
I don't know
And
about how
it's
comfortable it was.
Yeah, they were living
For
in
you.
hell, and yet, it's interesting how
The-
George says to me, well, humans could get used to anything.
Yeah, the family.
You know.
But they live in literal hell. That's
But
what I said.
after a while, you got used to my accent. Right,
No,
George?
that's-
You
no,
just,
that didn't
like-
happen.
Like you hear every 5 minutes is gunshot or like children
By the
screaming.
way, Son of
and
Interest is a
yelling.
movie about World War II, just in case
Oh, yeah.
anybody is
the
The
listening.
leader, the guy that runs Auschwitz lives next to
it's
Auschwitz.
about the guy that runs Auschwitz, the concentration camp, and how his family is trying to make a home right next to everything that's happening in Auschwitz, and they're like witness to everything that's happening.
And they've made it a home so much that like
They don't want to leave it.
that doesn't want to leave.
Well,
Mhm.
some people in particular, without saying too much.
Right, but it's a movie that people should watch because
It's an important film. I think.
I think so.
I really enjoyed the shot like of the night scenes of the
I was.
And and it's
planning to-
interesting
confused
because
at first.
that could also be applied to anything in history or anything in society. Like we could witness so much horror and we could witness so much injustice and get used to it.
she
I
was
think
feeding,
that's what's
And-
going
and-
on right
And,
now.
and
was
I
feeding
just
the-
think that is part of life.
It's
prisoners.
going on right now.
Yeah, no. I was
No.
confused. Okay, so at the beginning, so there are scenes, right, that take place using, I guess, what could be described as like a night vision filter,
Mhm.
right? And at first, I was like, "Is this real? Is this not?" And then some of them are just so long that I'm like, "Is this a good film technique? Is it not a good film technique?" I had never seen anything like it before, which
is why I liked
good.
it.
But sometimes my brain is like, "Is it not good?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's strange, it's novel, and it is disruptive to the way I process film, I guess you could say. So I'm not saying it's bad, but at the moment I was uncomfortable from a filmmaking perspective, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, because it's just so horrific. Like you're thinking like, what is going on? Like why are they not doing anything about it? Like are they just okay with this? So yeah, definitely it's a movie that people go see. Like for me, out of all of this, they're all great films, so you're not gonna get. But important films that people should watch is The Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, and Son of Interest.
Zone of interest.
Everything else, they're all great films, like I said.
I actually think,
And American Fiction, actually, I would add to that.
yeah, so all of them. Actually, honestly, I think you should go out of your way to see almost all of these. Yeah. I think it's okay if you can't handle poor things. Maybe you should
Mhm.
skip that one. And Maestro's a great performance, right? But I don't think like you'll super lose out on the experience if you never watch it. But you'll definitely gain from watching it.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of the films I think are important stories that demand to be seen.
Okay.
So everybody's pick for best picture?
Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer.
Obi.
I'm going for Oppenheimer.
I agree.
Barbie. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Little La La Land Moonlight switch there.
All right. So
Yes.
I think we've gone long enough, right?
Yeah. More than 45 minutes.
Perfect. That's when we say 45 minutes, we went over an hour. So
And also believe that Oppenheimer should also win writing adapted screenplay.
I think the creator should win visual effects. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, yes. No. I give that to Godzilla minus one.
No, I think it should be the creator.
Nah,
Nah,
Godzilla
creator.
minus one did it for
Creator.
less money.
I'm not gonna get mad
Creator
if
wins.
Godzilla.
Nah,
Creator
Godzilla minus one.
1000%.
Give it to Godzilla -1.
What we want?
Creator 1000%. For visual effects,
Yes.
you need to watch that movie again.
Yeah, like it's great with what they
You
have,
need to watch that movie again.
No,
No,
it's-
no, I'm rooting for the underdog here.
You can root for whoever
Yeah,
you want,
that's fine. I'm glad
Nah.
it's nominated, but come
Nah,
on, the
you-
creator was
but you need to watch that
gorgeous.
movie again.
I'm gonna tell you.
Gorgeous.
It's gonna. Godzilla -1 wasn't nominated for best music. Oh, this category freaking sucks.
Hey, can I suggest really quick before we go a couple of things maybe our listeners and viewers should check out? The Last Repair Shop on Disney Plus, documentary short film.
Yes, you guys should.
That's my
definitely
pick.
See that.
You know what to
that
do.
was, that was so good.
Oh, Society of Snow, by the way, best international feature film.
Yes.
It was fantastic. Watch that. It's
It's
on
on
Netflix.
Netflix. Yes.
Devórame otra
I was
vez.
incredible.
Devórame otra
Also,
vez.
No.
I'm just gonna let you know. I'm gonna give you a hint. I'm making a prediction. Best Picture, 2025. Dune Part 2.
Is that what it's called?
Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Should have just called it
Wait, how
Dune.
many Doom movies are there gonna be?
3.
Okay.
Supposedly.
But the third one should be called Messiah.
No, that's the one that wins it.
Nah, I think it might be Doom Part 2.
You think so?
Dune Part. No, Messiah's not gonna win.
Hey, wasn't May December kind of weird on Netflix?
Yeah, it's like one is in the summer and one's in the winter.
What are you talking about?
The movie May December.
One's in the summer, one's in the winter.
You made a joke.
Oh. Isn't that a Chili Peppers lyric? May December.
I don't know.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
All right. And on that thought, are we done here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we already did the Oscars.
Okay.
I don't even
Actually,
know
no,
why
that
they're
was-
why they're
Oh, yeah,
doing
yeah,
the
other one.
Oscars.
Why are they doing the Oscars?
Yeah,
Is that what you
we
asked?
already decided all the
Sorry.
winners.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer wins
All of
everything.
it.
Except for animated feature, it doesn't win that because it's
Oh,
not
yeah,
nominated.
fine. That's gonna be
And
Miyazaki.
if Oppenheimer
the boy and the
doesn't
heron.
win,
Nimona wins Best Animated.
Yo, if Miyazaki doesn't win, bro,
actually, I can't say that. I can't say I won't watch next year because
What are you gonna do? If Miyazaki
I need
doesn't
to watch
win.
Dune.
Like,
I need to
I'm
watch
gonna
Dune
tell.
win it next year.
I'm gonna write a strong letter to the Academy saying this museum you have honoring Miyazaki means garbage because you did not give him an Academy Award for his
Okay.
last movie.
Has
Also,
he
we
ever won
did-
one?
Yeah,
We did-
Spirited Away, baby.
It's Spirit
Should have
Away.
won it for Hamilton's moving Castle.
Also,
But,
did you see it? Never
They
mind.
gave it
That's
to
another
Shrek.
conversation.
which I kind of
They gave it to Shrek.
Shrek got an Oscar.
Yeah, Shrek.
Yeah.
Shrek.
They gave it to Shrek.
Shrek won.
Shrek 5,
Yeah, one. I
2025
don't know,
Best
Shrek,
Animated Film.
Shrek is Shrek's important.
We just keep going.
Shrek is
I
important. Why?
think Dan should have cut the episode.
Okay.
Um,
Did you see the Spirited Away
Body
episode?
once
Oh, wait.
told me.
From-
Owl's Moving Castle
Avatar?
is one of, if not my favorite Miyazaki movie.
You,
Spirited Away won already, right? Miyazaki's already
Mhm.
won
yeah,
one.
it's already
Mhm.
one. Yeah, but he needs another one.
I think he needs more. Yeah.
If he wins it, do you think he comes back and makes another film?
I don't think
No.
he cares. I don't think he even shows up.
I don't think he's gonna go to the Oscars.
Yeah,
I don't
probably
think
Has
so.
he ever gone to the Oscars?
He's probably gonna criticize the Oscars
Yeah.
right after he wins it.
Exactly. What a boss move.
Oh,
All right.
he should.
All right, let's wrap it.
This wasn't wrapped. It's not over.
Yeah, yeah. And
I
I'm
love
just
you
letting
guys.
Dan know if he's still listening.
I love
Wait.
you
Hope you
guys.
cut it earlier.
Hope you enjoyed the Oscars episode.
I think
did
it's
it-
over already.
Next
All
year,
right,
I
bye
will.
everyone.
Next
But
year,
how do we end the episode?
next
we
year
don't
I will
know.
do a better job and watch all
All right,
the
bye
movies.
everyone. Have a
Oh,
good night
nominated
Thank you.
or
for Best
day
Picture.
or
Love you all. Love you, Link.
evening.